So what exactly happened in Morocco during the filming for season 4 of the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip between Brandi Glanville and Caroline Manzo? Over the weekend, you probably heard multiple reports. Someone attacked someone, they both left, they were both kicked out. This story has taken so many turns. Well, now People is citing 3 different sources that confirm the actual details of what went down during filming of Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Season 3. Let's talk about it and let's react.
What you did
Fine, cut it out.
is so disgraceful, and you know what you did, and you could sit there and you could make believe. I can't.
You.
I love my family.
Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your #1 source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So over the weekend, there are all kinds of Real Housewives stories that come out. Look, here on the channel, we cover so many different stories in pop culture, from reality TV, from the Real Housewives, but also we cover a lot in regards to pop culture news. One of the other stories that we did not get a chance to talk about was that the Real Housewives of New York Legacy is apparently put on pause. According to Page 6, the reason why this particular series, this reboot of sorts, I don't know what to call it, this sort of new version of RHONY. As you know, they fired everyone from the regular RHONY cast, rebooted it with a bunch of new ladies. According to Page 6, they're describing this new season of RHONY as being fun, funny, and aspirational. I'm actually excited for it because it's a completely different cast. We haven't seen anything like this before. Most of the ladies that you see on the show, you don't really know. I'm actually giving this a chance, despite all of the little bumps in the road that they had in regards to casting leading up to this point. Seems as if they found their way. They were just doing a cast trip and about to wrap up their season. But as you also know, as a part of this big announcement that Andy Cohen made, he said that we're going to split this situation. We're going to do RHONY Legacy, RHONY something, and we're also going to do the RHONY reboot. The RHONY Legacy has taken a lot of twists and turns. A lot of people were like, oh, they're going to put Ramona on it. Then we found out Ramona was not going to be a part of it. And then what we were hearing, Dorinda was going to be a part of it, Luann, Sonia, Jill Zarin, and a couple of other people that you know and love. Well, since then, a lot of contract issues have been coming up. So according to Page 6, they're reporting that the reason why this show has been put on pause is because the ladies want too much money. They want the money that Friends was making back in their heyday, which was a lot of money. And a lot of shows, reality shows, are not making that amount of money anymore. For the love of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, the housewives are not making those types of checks. Part of the reason why a lot of these housewives were getting cut, and a lot of reason why people like Nene are not returning, besides other issues, of course. So they're reporting that is part of the reason why executives have lost interest in the Real Housewives of New York Legacy, because the ladies were, first of all, wanted a lot more money. They also wanted a guarantee in episodes. Normally, the network would guarantee, reportedly, 12 episodes for like a 24-episode season, and they would only guarantee for this, 4 episodes? So because of the ladies wanting a lot more money, believing that they deserve more money, and look, some of you say they do, give them what they want. There was no confirmation whether or not this RHONY Legacy was going to even come to Bravo. I believe it was going to go to Peacock. But even with that, we also understand Real Housewives, no matter how you still love it, is not bringing the ratings and the advertisers like it used to. It's still bringing a lot, especially for certain cities. But this is a new situation. And bringing people that have been a part of the show for a very long time is not going to bring the dollars or the advertisers to the yard. Just saying. So a lot of these contract issues is part of the reason why there has been a delay in even starting to film for this new season of RHONY Legacy. Well, now, according to Page 6, they've lost interest. Damn. Honestly, though, if you can't get some of the stars of RHONY to be a part of this, it's sort of like, just let it die. And we already know the reason why they even did like Legacy is because they didn't want to answer for the problematic behavior of Ramona. Just be honest. Speaking of problematic behavior, let's talk about this situation. So over the weekend, the news broke that Brandi and Caroline Manzo, Brandi Glanville from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills formerly, had some sort of altercation. A lot of people speculated that it was a physical altercation, and then that story changed. Look, to be honest with you, after the whole Leah McSweeney throwing cow dung on Ultimate Girls Trip season 3, that rumor coming out while they were over in Thailand, I was just like, let me just wait and see how this plays out. And of course, come Monday morning, the story has changed. Sidebar, Peacock, what is going on with Ultimate Girls Trip 3? Didn't they film this over the summer? Didn't we see the trailer for this in October at BravoCon? Who, what, where? What's going on? And another reason why I tweeted this, and I said, at this point, based off the timeline of Ultimate Girls Trip 3, I'm like, no one's going to care about this story come the time this actually happens. But then I had a thought this morning. Here we go. I'm thinking Ultimate Girls Trip 3 will come at the end of The Real Housewives of Miami on Peacock. And I believe because Ultimate Girls Trip 4 is sort of like this new version of Ultimate Girls Trip, and it's like the Ex-Wives Club, I'm thinking that we won't have to wait too long for Ex-Wives Club. Fingers crossed, because it's something a little bit different. All right. So you may have seen the story over the weekend in regards to some sort of altercation happening between Brandi Glanville and Caroline Manzo. And when I saw this, I retweeted. This was from Bravo and Cocktails, this blind item. And I said, at what point is Bravo just going to let Brandi go? And I met Brandi at BravoCon, lovely woman. But I also noticed that she was desperate to be back on television based off what she was saying. Desperate to be back on television. So desperate that she'll do anything to be relevant on this show. And we've seen this. We saw this on Ultimate Girls Trip 2. Her antics. It's the constant, she trying to turn things up. She was doing this on Ultimate Girls Trip 2 at Dorinda's house. And I was just like, this is not entertaining to me. Some of you loved it. I didn't. But look, in this world, we all have a right to our opinions, don't we? This is America, for the love of Dr. Simone. So People magazine has 3 sources, and look, I'm going to believe this story because, first of all, David Quinn wrote the Real Housewives book this past year, and he has plenty of sources, including Andy Cohen, published his book. He also spoke to all the housewives, so he has deep sources. So I'm going to believe someone. I'm going to believe David Quinn on this one, and it's People magazine. They usually cross their T's and dot their I's. So they write this. Brandi Glanville and Caroline Manzo departed the 4th season of The Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip ahead of schedule. 3 sources close to the show tell People. Let me think. Brandi Glanville, Caroline Manzo, and Andy Cohen. Sounds about right. The 2 reality stars were filming in Marrakesh, Morocco last week for the 2nd installment of the Peacock's franchise Ex-Wives Club format. Pay attention to that. That's why I'm saying maybe we will get Ultimate Girls Trip in Thailand and Ex-Wives Club maybe the fall. Maybe. So they say the 2 reality stars were filming in Marrakesh, Morocco last week for the 2nd installment of the Peacock's franchise Ex-Wives Club format when, according to insiders, Andy Cohen, Glanville took things too far with Manzo during a party, kissing her multiple times throughout the evening without her consent. The source says it was unwanted, and Caroline's distress over the matter did not seem to stop Brandi. Things escalated, and physical boundaries allegedly were crossed that Caroline felt were serious and uncomfortable. We can literally see this. We saw this on Ultimate Girls Trip at Dorinda's house. Her just being overly flirtatious with the ladies, and a lot of ladies like, okay, Brandi, we get it. You're fluid. We're not. Leave us alone. But Caroline Manzo's from the old school, so you already know she's sort of like, girl. And look, I understand. Brandi Glanville's, people have their opinions of her, and people have strong opinions of Caroline Manzo for the love of Dina Manzo and the man that allegedly is being accused her ex-husband of setting up a break-in and beating her and her now husband. I haven't forgotten Caroline. That's why I'm like, for the love of all lives matter too. Oh, I saw that too over the weekend. Anyways, we'll continue. They said it was unwanted, a source says, and Caroline's distress over the matter did not seem to stop Brandi. Things escalated and physical boundaries allegedly were crossed that Caroline felt were serious and uncomfortable. I keep reminding you guys, this is a work environment. I know it's entertainment for a lot of you guys, but this is still considered workers working for a major network, working for a major company. There's still rules that have to be followed. So they continue. Following the incident, a decision was made by production to report what happened to the higher-ups. Andy Cohen. Filming continued that night and into the next morning when Glanville, a second source notes, was made aware of Manzo's feelings and apologized via text message. This is Brandi's behavior. She does something horrendous. She gets physical and then thinks that an apology is going to make up for it. They continue. Still, a decision was made that afternoon, unbeknownst to Manzo, to remove Glanville from the trip early. Brandi's behavior was inappropriate, a third source says, so she was asked to leave. So I'm guessing they learned from the whole Mia situation in Miami on Real Housewives of Potomac when Mia attacked Wendy and they separated Wendy from Mia instead of sending Mia home. Later that night, Manzo decided she didn't want to film anymore and chose to exit the show on her own. She needed to process this outside of the reality TV environment. As you probably have seen, she even posted a photo of her with her daughter and granddaughter over the weekend, spending time. Brandi posted a photo of a camel. Okay, Brandi. Representatives for Peacock, Manzo, and Glanville had no comment to People. Of course not. We already got the comment from the sources. As you know, their co-stars, Vicky Gunvalson, Eva Marcel, Phaedra Parks, Camille Grammer, always will be Camille Grammer, Alex McCord, and Gretchen Rossi were supportive of Caroline's decision. The second source notes, as was production. Filming continued on the series and wrapped on Saturday night. Even before Brandi left for Morocco, she was coming for Alex McCord, and all of you were in her comments like, why are you coming for Alex? You're already starting with these reindeer games, Brandi. Just go and have a good time and be entertaining. If you feel the need to be this way and over the top at your grown age, it says more about you. At this point, when you look at the whole situation that went down between Brandi, her ex, and Leanne Rimes, you're sort of looking at like Brandi, you're a grown woman with children. Sidebar, shout out to our friends over at the Behind the Velvet Rope. I did see a clip this weekend in regards to who was supposed to be on Ultimate Girls Trip at America. There were a couple of people that were asked that ended up not doing it. And I think that's part of the reason why we ended up getting a bunch of the same people from Ultimate Girls Trip too. Well, Jacqueline Loretta, remember her from Real Housewives of New Jersey? So supposedly she was supposed to be a part of, well, she was asked to be a part of this, but because she has a special needs son, she couldn't find the proper amount of care for him while she would be away. So that actually would have been nice to see Jacqueline and Caroline together, but we get this part. Honestly, I'm not looking forward to Brandi and the same Brandi Glanville behavior trying to act out for the cameras in Marrakesh. I want natural drama. I want natural fun. I don't need Brandi trying to turn things up by trying to kiss everybody. And I'm gay. Look. I don't need to see that, Brandi. How about you just be fun and natural? But I find it at this point, she has become a caricature of herself. It's sad at this point. But are you guys also, you weren't excited to see Caroline Manzo on the girls trip either, because you're like, Caroline Manzo, she was cute for New Jersey, but on a girls trip, I don't know how I would feel about that. We shall see how this all plays out when Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Season 4 comes to our TV screens in 2024. I don't know when it's coming, guys. Look, I'm still waiting on Ultimate Girls Trip 3, which looks so good. Some of you are saying Oh, scratch 3 and give us 4. No, I want to see 3. 3 has Portia. 3 has who else was that I really wanted? Candace. 3 has there are plenty of people that I see in my head that I'm interested in. I mean, Messy Boots, Giselle's a part of it too, but Giselle and Portia get along, so I already feel like that's going to be a fun time. For the love of the cow dung that allegedly was thrown, I wonder if that really was true. Leah McSweeney said that that was not true. I wonder if there's some truth to it, though. Guys, are you excited to see Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip 3? Are you wanting that scratch so you can see Ultimate Girls Trip 4? I want to see them both. Let's continue this conversation in the comment section. What are your thoughts on RHONY Legacy being put on pause indefinitely, allegedly? And what are your thoughts about what happened over the weekend in Marrakesh? First of all, acting like this in Morocco, she lucky she didn't get... I'm just saying. Guys, let's continue this conversation there. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.
You bring the lighter, I got the fuse. You make a fire, I'll ask you. Follow me, lead it. Just watch the shoes. Gotta turn the heat up to get this cool.